Kings and all that. You know, those wars between the Crusades and all that. All right, Jake was more honorable then, a lot more honorable. Okay, because that's in our nature, man. All right. Naturally, what we're representatives of the Most High. So obviously, man, listen, when you made an oath to somebody, man, you would keep that oath till death, man, or you would be shamed for the rest of your life. You and your seed. Not only you, but your seed after you would be looked down upon. Okay, that's how it was for us in our kingdom. Now look at Jake now. Okay, and and that's how you know it wasn't the so-called white man. You know it wasn't no Edomites, because they don't keep oaths, man. They don't believe in keeping their word, man. Over 400 some odd treaties they made with the Native Americans. They broke every last one of them. All right. Would a man of his word do that? Of course not, man. Okay? So when he paints himself as this benevolent, they were the Saxons, no, that wasn't them, man. That was us. That was the so-called blacks ruling Europe at that time, man. And it's clear. When you watch that, it's clear, man. They have those big bushy beards, like the Israelites used to have. All right? Okay? They were benevolent. They dealt with honor and they dealt with the scriptures. You know? And it reads, Hebrews 8:6. But now hath he obtained a more But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he saith, behold, behold, the days come. All right, because he found fault with who? With us, with the Israelites. We went off, man. Okay, we didn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man. We didn't keep our end of the bargain, man. The Most High kept his end of the bargain. We didn't keep our end of the bargain. All right, and it reads, for if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Okay, because that's the only ones that the covenant pertains to. It pertains to the Israelites. It doesn't pertain to any other nation, man. So what are these Christians talking about everyone can make? Okay, the new covenant, that is salvation, man. Having the law, statutes, and commandments written in your heart, man. That is salvation, where you could never go off again, man. But that's only for us, man. That's only for the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You descendants of Jacob, okay? And it reads, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. So that's what the Heavenly Father's going to do. He's going to write it in our inward parts, man. That way we can never go off again. Okay? And if we never sin again, then that means we will never die again. All right? And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. Okay? No, we're not going to be like, know Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because guess what? It's going to go into it. Every man is going to know Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai of the nation of Israel. Okay? And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. All right? So every Israelite is going to know Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? From the least to the greatest. All right? Which shows you that there's order in the kingdom, man. So there's going to be a hierarchy, and then there's going to be a lowarchy, man. Okay? If that's even a word, man. I know it's not a word. I just made that up. I know Jake makes up words sometimes. You know? So it says, For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. And that he saith the new covenant, in that he saith the new covenant, he hath made the first old. Now that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away, man. So that old covenant is about to be done away with, man. All right? And we're about to come into that new covenant where it's going to be written into our hearts, man, where we're never going to be able to go off. All right? And that's what's going to allow us to live forever, man. Okay? Let's get 1 John. 1 John, going to what sin is, man. This is 1 John 3 and 4. And it reads, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. Alright, so that's what sin is, man. Sin is the transgression of the law. Alright, so if we never sin again, then guess what? We're going to be perfect. Okay, we're going to be perfect. And we're never going to die. Hold on. That's it. That's in the Apocrypha, the wages of sin is death. Okay, so every time somebody does that, right, like for example, when Eve went off and she took the philosophy from the snake, right, she brought that to Adam, and what happened after that? The Heavenly Father said, what, now you're going to die for what? For committing that sin, for going off. All right? That's the only reason that happened to begin with. Let me go to Genesis, the first chapter. Not the first chapter, the third chapter. Okay, this is verse 17, okay? This is Genesis 3 and verse 17, and it reads, and unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it, cursed is the ground for thy sake. Right? In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat of the herb of the field. Shall eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it was thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. Okay, so the Most High, that wasn't how it was supposed to be. We weren't supposed to die at that time. Okay, because guess what? The Most High set up Adam to live forever. But guess what? He also once he sinned, right, by hearkening unto Eve, that's when he started to die. That's when men started to die. Okay, and there was no man that hit 1,000 years old. All right, every other man, the oldest man was Methuselah, and he got to like 900 and I believe it was 60 something. All right, but after that, men started to die. Okay, men were not living forever. All right, because what? Adam sinned. That's why he said, listen, man, you came from dust, so you're going to return to dust. All right? You know? And yeah, so that's what it was, man. Because what? Because guess what? Because once you go off, man, that's when the Most High punishes you, man. The Most High doesn't punish you for no reason. Like he didn't do that to Israel for no reason. Okay? It's like just like with this Meek Mill thing, man. All right. The reason all those things happen to you during your life is because you're an Israelite, man. All right, and you went off. All right. The Most High told us to do a certain thing, and we went off. Okay. But we are the sons of the Most High. We are the sons of God. Okay. So guess what? He's gonna still be merciful. At the end of the day, he's gonna have mercy upon Israel, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me get Isaiah 14 real quick. Okay, this is Isaiah 14 and 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. All right, so the Most High is going to have mercy on Jacob, man. Okay? And he's going to choose us. All right? Which he already chose us, but he's always going to, in other words, he's always going to choose Israel above every other nation. Okay? And set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. All right? So the Most High is going to have mercy on us at the end of the day, man, because he's a merciful power. Okay, even though we went off and did all that wickedness, he said he's going to be merciful unto their unrighteousness. All right, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, but that doesn't apply to all these other nations, man, because he didn't send Yahweh Shai for these other nations.